Ohio State hosting USC. First meeting between the two since 2008. The Trojans lead the all-time series, winning 4 out of the 5 games. This could be the last, however, the last meeting with Ohio State and USC playing each other as non-conference opponents, with the Trojans and Buckeyes slated to be in the same conference, the Big Ten, 2 years from now.
And we talked to Brad Keller about that, and he said, we're used to this type of environment. When I asked him about the Covelli Center, he said, and we're going to have to get used to it because we're going to be coming here at least once or twice a year for Big Ten games in the near future.
It will be Gabby Gonzalez to get things started, the team's leader in aces. And away we go for the second round of the NCAA tournament. And it begins with a Buckeye block. Skylar Fields tonight, and it's 1-0.
And that's what Ohio State wants right away. Put the pressure on USC through the defense and the blocks right there. That's exactly what Atria Powell wants to do. And that was Riley Rader who got it as well.
The Buckeyes had 5 blocks in last night's straight set sweep of the Tennessee State Tigers. Fields tries it again. Takes some speed off it. Londa onto the deck. A 2-point lead to start.
And they were able to find that hole right there, right in front of Veska. And that was a great move right to Emily Londot going from the opposite side as we get a look here. Just finding that hole, and you can see Veska disappointed in missing that one right there.
Londot, the team leader in kills. What does she add on the outsides?
It's all about creating the confusion. She can put it right on the near side of her side, all on the far side as well, but it's that vision, Tyler, that she can see all around, and she doesn't necessarily have the place right away, but she can see right there where the holes are, and that's the versatility that she has, and that's great for the Buckeyes.
The efficient Washington State transfer, Kalia Williams, got the serve away. Kylie Murr unloads it back for Janaisha Moore, who can't get it over the net. USC with the point, and Kalia Williams goes back to serve.
That one just going under the net there as the Buckeyes had a few high digs. As you see the net right there, and for the Buckeyes, giving their second point up on the evening.
There's the service pressure, Zach, for the Trojans that head coach Brad Keller talked about before the match. Moore inbounds on the spike.
Janaisha Moore had a great game yesterday, and it's all about using that jump and the versatility that she can have by using that big 6-foot figure right there to be able to just hit those down with a lot of power and not giving USC much chance there.
Kylie Murr, the all-time program leader in digs, with an ace.
That's a big point there for Ohio State and Kylie Murr. And just continuing to put on the pressure. When you get a few aces, you can start to build off that there, Tyler.
Second one on the way. Faumuina to Veska, and she's got it to go. There's the combination of Faumuina to Veska, and USC's back within one.
You can already tell that this game's very tight. Both teams going back and forth. So we get the look there just going off the left hand, Kylie Murr.
In her third collegiate match, the freshman setter, Adania Faumuina, is going to have an added emphasis tonight for the Trojans. And Ohio State can't keep it alive. USC ties up the first set.
And it was bobbles right in front of the net that cost the Buckeyes there. And some more pressure there by the Trojans. And they're able to tie this one right now.
Block assist there by Skylar Fields and Lindsey Miller to conjoin on the block. Veska up high, Fields down hard. 5-4 USC.
And Fields coming in as the transfer from Texas. And that's a future possible opponent for either of these two teams. But Fields coming in with a lot of different pressure. 3-time All-Big Ten first team coming in as a senior.
The winner of this match will head to the Austin Regional. Number 1, Texas could be waiting in the wings as Ohio State gets it back with Londot. Going back to Skylar Fields, a 3-time first-team All-Big 12 selection. And she had a big match last night against High Point. Falmuina on the slide play, and it went over the hands of Miller.
That's just an unfortunate bounce there for Lindsey Miller, San Diego, California native. And you talked about Texas, the Buckeyes playing them at the very beginning of the season, and that could be something the Buckeyes have in mind to play Texas, and they've already played them twice and know how their systems are.
Fields strikes it. Gonzalez digs it. Raider the tap. Fields the push. Fields the kill. We're going back and forth early on in the first set.
And you can tell this is a very different momentum than either game yesterday that were dominant, quick 3 sets for both teams. As just a great pocket pick there, as Murr was there, but just far out of her reach.
Here's that placement of Skylar Fields. And the placement is true on the serve. An ace for number 5 in the maroon.
And for Skylar Fields there, that was a great serve. And Gabby Gonzalez thought that one was going to go out of bounds, so just backed out of it a little bit. And a missed call there, and it cost the Buckeyes 7-6 for USC.
First ace on the day for USC, but make that 2 back-to-back for Skylar Fields.
And that's the momentum right there, Tyler. That's when things can start to turn. And now you see the energy on USC's side. And that can be something that they can continue to build on now with the lead.
With her back to the student section of Ohio State, Skylar Fields sends it away. And it's going back in the Buckeyes' direction. So just as important as service aces can be for building momentum, service errors can halt that.
Absolutely. You have 2 service aces that you want to continue to build on if you're USC, and then that one right there cost them, and the momentum start to be possibly on the Buckeye side, and right away it goes back.
Notched back up at 8 points, and Sarah Sue Morbitzer making an impact early in the back.
Sarah Sue Morbitzer, first time she's checked in this game, and despite only 3 digs yesterday in the game versus Tennessee State, she's a player that Ohio State has used all the time.
Falmuina tips it back onto the floor. A kill for the former opposite hitter, now USC setter, as she is getting her 3rd straight start, her 3rd overall collegiate start, in place of the sophomore setter Mia Tuaninga. A diving dig there by USC's Megan Verbeest, another freshman. Raider puts it down, and she finishes. Kelly Berry couldn't keep it alive.
That was great placement right there by Riley Raider, as Berry was able to get there in time, but because she was down leaping, as we see it right there, just not high enough to pass it to her teammate, Ann Wilson.
Falmuina gives it off to Williams, rejected. Adria Powell, the team's leader in blocks, there to tool the rejection.
Her 2nd one of the evening already. And the Buckeyes, who wanted to have a lot of defense earlier to set the tone, that's something they do right there.
Raider goes to serve. She had one of the best nights of her career last night, hit well over 600. For the tie, rolled on for USC by Fields. And there she was in the back row, and there she gets the kill.